Warning! This podcast contains amazing content
and strong language.
I think we'll probably end up graduating with you in September because we still haven't actually we have graduated, but not fully. We haven't got our diplomas or anything like our.
No, we just got drunk on the sofa with a fake certificate.
Yeah, we didn't even open the bottles of prosecco. Hi, I'm Natasha Jenkins.
And I'm Juliana Hopkins.
And you're listening to Back Catalogues. Today we have Tasmin Faith on the show. Hi, tell us a little bit about yourself, Tasmin.
Oh, hello. My name is Tasmin Faith, and I met you guys at uni studying music, as we all do. And I live in London currently, but I'm a Kent girl originally. And do you want to know about music stuff or
just you, whatever? Well, obviously we will get into your music stuff because that's the point of the fucking podcast. But for now, we want to know about you, sexy girl.
I'm a Libra.
That's good to know.
Thanks. Any astrologers out there? You know what to do.
I'm 23 years old, and I do the music thing. I like writing songs and singing songs and playing terrible guitar and doing terrible Logic production, but
not at all.
That's what other people are for as well. So.
That's what producers are for.
So what got you into music?
I think I like to think it's a mixture of both my parents. That's why I've got these lovely tattoos here.
Nice.
They're like my mum and my dad, because my mum was a French horn player / amazing music lady. So she always wanted me to play an instrument, and I started off with a few things, but nothing ever really stuck because I was doing quite a lot of dancing and other performing stuff. So music was kind of a bit of a side note, but she wanted me to do all the music theory and everything, and I always loved listening to music. And then the other side, my AC/DC lightning bolt is for my dad, because he got me listening to lots of rock music, Planet Rock, 24/7, all day, every day.
Cool.
And then endless CDs, like racks of CDs everywhere. So music was always in my house. And then I was doing loads of dances. I was obviously listening to music to dance to and stuff. And I think it really came from there. And then when I was doing like musical theatre and everything, the thing that was missing from like singing and performing was like the being me element. So I didn't like so much playing a character because I wanted to sing and have more freedom with it, because there was just like a bit too many constrictions and stuff.
Were you doing that in Kent?
Yeah, that's what I did. Like I was lucky really. My cousin, one of like my favourite cousins, she was working at this dance school at the time, and just suggested to my mum that I go along to a class, and then it spiraled from there really. I ended up doing like 4 nights a week and all day on a Saturday, and my first job was there because I was like helping out with the little ones and stuff, and yeah, it really became like my entire life really. Like, I go to school and I go to dance.
Oof.
And that was it, but it was great because it was like my favourite people were there, you know, like all my best friends and stuff. So she's
basically Sharpie Evans.
So what kind of dance was it? Like what style?
I did like most of the dance. I started off with like modern and jazz kind of thing, and then ballet, tap, a bit of gymnastics, musical theatre, contemporary. Did little dabbles of Irish and stuff. Like did.
Nice.
So cool.
I could so see you with the Irish dance and wigs sewn into your head.
Now playing London by Tasmin Faith.
My first love was the city we both would never asleep, breathing 1,000 faces, kiss a stranger in the street, stumble up the river with some tinnies, chasing highs and falling free. There's something in the air here. She was good to me. To call her home is all I know, but things go wrong. And now I'm down in a seaside town. I need the sea, but it don't need me. And this life has swallowed me whole and swam right down to the deep. I look out at the water, it heals my mind, I feel so clean. But I know I'm a stranger in this city's fever dream. To call her home is all I know, but things go wrong.
How did you start Tasmin Faith, like this project, and how did you meet the other musicians that you play with during your live sets and on the recording for Love Stuff? How did you meet all of those guys? So tell us, like, who's in the band, and then, you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, Love Stuff came kind of, I don't know, it came out of, so I was working with some guys doing some like session work for them on some like dancey tracks, and then I think it was mostly, well, I have like the lyrics and stuff for ages. That's what I do. I have like loads and loads of words everywhere. But coming to uni and then having to like try and produce a song for production class and stuff, that was like when I started realizing that I could do the other stuff as well as just like write a song and write a melody kind of thing. And then I kind of approached the guys that I was doing the house tracks with and said, oh, like, could you help me with a song maybe? And they were all for it. And yeah, I always kind of knew that I wanted to do something with the rock stuff, especially like coming to uni and then performing with a band for like the first time, really. Like, I'd done little bits before, but never had to properly work with people in a full band setup. So I was like, oh, this is really great, especially like, as I said before, like I really love rock music and everything. So yeah, it was one of my classmates at the time, Evan Birkin, who did the guitars for me on that track.
Yeah.
And then Station 4. I say these producer guys, it's Station 4. That's what they're called. Omar and James, they're great guys, and they do lots of production stuff.
Cool. And
they were kind of, they helped me a lot with Love Stuff and everything. But it's just crazy, like I was trying to think of how that came from now, because it feels so far away from where I am now. Like not completely, but just, so much has happened and so much has changed, and musically as well. That but gotta love a bit of Love Stuff.
It's actually been stuck in my head, that track.
It is a really good track. And we love the artwork for it as well. It's really cool. Who did it, and how did you come up?
So that was also through Station 4. So James's partner, Jill Navarro, she does she's an amazing like neon artist basically. She runs like live painting classes, but they're in the dark, like with UV lights like the ones behind me. And the models are naked and covered in neon paint.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's super cool, and she does all the art stuff as well. We just did literally a little photo shoot in her flat with a bed sheet, and then just splattered me with some paint. So,
nice. Very cool.
Very cool.
That was
super cool.
So earlier when I spoke to you earlier on the phone, and I asked you about, you know, what's happening with your career sort of in the future, and you mentioned that there was like a change happening within your musical journey. So can you explain for our listeners what's it going to change to now?
Yeah, so Out of Love stuff came, and with a couple of gig opportunities came me needing to get together a live band. And so, yeah, we started with love stuff, and then it became slightly more rocky with like metal influences, heavier guitars and stuff. And then I just kind of realised that, like, with lockdown and everything, being stuck indoors all the time, and me attempting to teach myself guitar and stuff, I also really enjoy writing slower songs, like more ballads. And
the songs you've been writing on guitar, like the ones that you've been posting on Instagram, are chef's kiss. So good, literally, like they're so good. And I've heard one, like, you play it off like you can't play guitar, that she's like learning. You're fucking good, and you know you're fucking good. Don't give me it, because the stuff that you're coming out with is so good for someone that's just started teaching themselves guitar. You would never be able to tell, like, because I think you're such a good songwriter with lyrics, you're such a good lyricist that it carries it so well. So yeah, I hope like the stuff that you're posting on Instagram you release very soon, because it's just too good.
Yeah, big yourself up, it's cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, and that's kind of the plan then. So I just kind of came to the realization that Tasmin Faith as like the artist band, yeah, it was like I was a solo artist, but then everything that I was writing for the rock stuff really relied on the other guys in the band, because I needed the influence of a guitarist and a bassist and a drummer to make sense of writing the songs like that. Like I can't just sit here and write like a really solid rock song on my own. And I do love writing the other stuff, so in my head I just thought, what if it was just a completely separate project and it was a lot more collaborative, and it wasn't like I was kind of in charge, because I didn't want to be in charge anymore of
it's a hard thing to plan, like a whole band, and then you need to, you know, even if you're writing the songs and you have ideas, it's hard to vocalize that to people that play instruments that you maybe don't play. Like, it's so much harder,
especially when everyone's not in the same place, you know, if you're not like all living together and you can't, you know, you have to arrange times to get stuff together. It gets complicated,
of course. So, you know, do it like easier.
So you're gonna be doing like a solo acoustic act yourself, and then also
that's the plan. Yes. So the plan is to probably release some of the stuff that I've posted on Instagram, a bit more folky, bit more chill vibes, and then we haven't got a name for it yet. We've been debating about band names for a while now, but
that's a difficult one.
What were some of your ideas that you've had for names? Tell us.
To be honest, conversations about it always just descended into SpongeBob memes. There's a bit of a in our particular band, we have quite a few SpongeBob fans, so
nice.
SpongeBob
SpongeBob related. It's just going to be Bikini Bottom, like probably number 380, because I'm sure there's loads of bands coming. I think we're kind of hoping that once we like have a rehearsal, hopefully next week or the week after, and we're back together again, that we'll come up with something organically.
It will definitely be easier when you're all together. Like if you're all having a drink together, you can actually like proper brainstorm, rather than a group chat where it always ascends into jokes, chaos, and memes and chaos.
Actually chaos.
Yeah, it really is. But no, I'm super excited for that, and we've got like everyone's already started talking about like the influences that they want to bring and stuff. So it's so much better, and not to sound like narcissistic or anything, but it takes the pressure off me, because I felt when it was the other way around and it was like, oh, playing for Tasmin Faith, it was always like I had to, like, I don't know, like, obviously write the songs because it's like my project, but no one really wanted to like step on my toes, because they wanted to just do what like I wanted to do, because it was my project kind of thing. So it's just, I just think it's gonna be so much better this way.
If it's a band, then everyone can like,
Yeah.
give ideas and stuff. That's
Being
cool.
more collaborative, it does take the pressure off you. Like, I know you said that before, like it can be so hard to have the weight of the actual songwriting on you, and then also the instrumentation, the arrangements. Like, it's fucking tough.
Yeah.
It's hard enough as it is writing the fucking songs in the first place. Like,
Yeah, and it's just like not. I guess them. I don't. Not. I've like we're all really good mates, but not wanting to like step on my toes and suggest something that I won't like or something.
What music are you listening to at the moment?
What a question. Let me pull my month's playlist up.
everybody does this.
It's a difficult question.
It is.
I've got a fairly. I don't know how you're gonna feel about it, but I mean, I've got some like Satisfaction, Benny Benassi going on. I've been playing that quite a lot. You know, push me.
My goodness me. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a pure like, ooh, that slaps, that tune.
It's like a yeah. I mean, bit of a. I'm pretending I'm in a club when I'm here in my room like with all my lights.
Your room is like a club though. All your LEDs.
It looks like a club in there.
It's
it could be. And then I got some more rocky stuff. I've been listening to quite a lot of Bring Me the Horizon. I've never really listened to them before, but it was one of the bands that came up as like influence suggestions for the new band project. So
nice.
yeah,
Cool.
I'm enjoying that, and I'm loving Royal Blood's new stuff as well.
Oh, nice.
Nice, yeah.
Cool. Very nice.
We got some Chet Faker.
Oh,
I do love Chet Faker.
yeah.
That's
That's cool. So would you say like who are the influences you're looking at for this new band project? Like what? So you said Bring Me the Horizon. Like who else? Like what's going to influence that music more?
a lot of some like proper metal as well from the other guys. I'm not gonna try and remember the names of the ones that they put on there because I can't. But I personally really like Poppy. She's kind of a new metal.
Okay, I haven't heard of her actually.
We'll definitely hit her up.
Yeah, she's got like a real blend of, she'll have like a really pop hook and then just go into like a
nice heavy.
Yeah, I think more production wise I love the sound of the guitars and stuff, and it's just really fat. Love a fat dirty guitar. You know?
Distortion.
Nice.
All the way.
Thick sounds. I like it a lot. Alrighty then. So, who are your biggest inspirations? Musical, non-musical? Who inspires you?
I'll say when I was younger, I always loved Pink.
Okay, nice.
Bad bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a bit of a bad bitch. I think that's what I liked really, and it was just nice to see. Yeah, like a gal singer, you know, busting her lungs and doing all that acrobatic shit as well that she does on stage. She's a cool kid. She's not a kid. She's a lot older than me. But
why are you giving me Dwight Schrute vibes right now? Like what the fuck?
That's great.
I'm allowed to though. I'm basically your sister.
I'm gonna get my Dwight pillow out.
Please, can you show Georgie your Dwight pillow? It's my favourite thing in the world from The Office. I fucking love it. But it's it scratches you. It's got like gems on it, and when you lie in her bed, it scratches you. This is basically Taz.
Carrying. We just have a regular red sparkly.
Okay, cool.
And then.
Whoa!
Whoa, it's Tasmin! Wow.
That is the most amazing pillow I've ever seen.
It's a little fucker though to lie on.
It does look uncomfortable. But
It rips your
looks
head out.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets like yeeted out of the bed most of the time.
Yeet.
Actually, but
Nice. I'm glad that was within the interview. I feel like that should be the picture of the next Instagram post. So good. So yeah, picture inspiration. Anyone else? Who else inspires you?
Gotta love a bit of. I don't know, just like the old gals that kind of didn't really give a fuck as well, like Joan Jett and Joni Mitchell, and I love I love that, and I love the kind of the pioneers for gals in the industry.
Yeah.
And, like being themselves kind of thing. Yeah, and my mum.
Oh, your
Wow.
mum! I love your
That's
mum.
so sweet.
Yeah.
Big cat. If you're watching this, love you, babe.
Yeah, gotta give Cat a shout out. Not my mum, my cat. Love you, mum.
Oh, that's so cute. She better bloody watch this. This will be really awkward.
I'm sure she will. I'm sure she will.
Oh, it's so good. Tasmin's got loads of cousins as well, so they'll get the ratings up if they all have a shot at watching.
Shout out to all the cousins.
Yeah, woo. So good.
Do you feel that women are treated differently within the rock world of the music industry?
It's so funny that you asked me that, because that's meant to be what my dissertation
Is
is
it?
about.
I
Not
forgot.
that
Oh, bad vibes then.
Dark mixture.
Tell us
Triggered.
your dissertation point by point, please.
Yes, please.
I haven't written it. I haven't written it.
Can you just recite it for us, actually?
Well, you can answer the question and write it now in your head, you see. That's
Yeah.
what the podcast is for.
Yeah, this is really helpful actually. Yeah, because I need to think about it. But no, definitely. You look at some bits of metal and just like the perception of, I don't know. There's just like, if you're a woman doing metal, it's kind of like you're a automatic sex symbol. You know, you have to be like sexy and stuff, and it's kind of weird. I think that there's a lot of misogyny in that genre, and I think people just assume that if you are a girl, you can't really do the heavier stuff.
Yeah.
That's so true.
A lot of the time.
I think it's a bloody joke as well. I mean, the half the guys in the metal and like in metal are all fucking fat and hairy and hack it, like, and they try and like girls have
And they smell.
and they smell like shit, and it's like, and it's just like, but the girls, however, have to have, you know, perfect porn star body and wear fuck all on stage and be able to
fuck all and only leather as well.
yeah, and be able to bend themselves backwards while doing screamo. No, don't think so.
And that's the only way they're cool.
Yeah, it's so true. That's it's bullshit.
Yeah, for sure. And then just in general, I mean, the music industry's got a while to go, hasn't it, before things are a bit more fair. But things are getting better, so we just have to keep going. And I'd like to be a part of something that made a difference to gals in the industry and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
definitely that.
Just keep writing your music.
Yeah, keep doing you.
And
for
showing
sure.
the world you can do it, and we can all do it.
Yeah, that's true. So, what's your favourite song to boogie to in the shower?
I don't know. In the shower, I like going either like old school or something that I can like proper belt out.
Yeah, when you say yeah.
I think I'd go for like a bit of Thinking of You, Sister Sledge, maybe. You know,
Nice.
some nice funky disco. Or like a bit of Nickelback.
Yeah. What is it? Rockstar or definitely? I think it should be Rockstar.
But yeah, just anything really.
Look at this graph.
Yeah.
That's
Don't mind me,
amazing.
I love them. They're great.
Did you ever get to hear any of this while you girls were living together?
Oh, did I? No, yeah, Taz and I we were in the lockdown together in that house, and it was just her and I, and it was one of the best times ever. We actually had lots of sing-songs, cooking dinner or sunbathing. Tasmin once painted my head like the tiger from Simba with while I was on the phone, and there's the most hilarious video of me absolutely shiting myself because she had red paint. She actually did it with real paint. Disaster.
Please cut that in. Just cut it into the middle of the
I think we should put it in because it's hilarious. But yeah, no, I've heard lots of Tasmin. I've heard Tasmin singing all the time. I remember you showed me a song that you recorded, one of the ones you wrote with the choir in it, and I was like nearly crying. Do you remember I made you play it like 3 times on repeat while I sat in our room? It was really, really nice. Yeah, we had such a great
You got
time.
a choir to play on your tune.
No, she just sang loads of parts.
Oh, right.
I was the choir.
Oh, that's cool.
I was-
One girl choir.
Yeah, it was so good. Like Tasmin, and then we used to sing to each other all the time. Actually, we did used to dance.
Oh yeah, I like getting serenaded by Tash as well.
Tash,
I think
she serenades
it
me
would
as well.
be I'm sure she does. I don't doubt it. But no, it was so nice to like listen to lots of Tash's music as well. It was kind of,
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Tasmin actually had to help me record my final stuff for uni because didn't have iMovie, didn't know how to sync up audio to video, was really shit at doing all that stuff.
How do you not have iMovie if you have a Mac?
I just didn't have it. I don't know
You
why.
get it automatically.
I don't know, mine didn't have it and I just didn't know how to use it, or something had happened and Tasmin had to be camera woman, and like literally while I was standing in her room in front of the lights playing
in this very spot.
yeah. And we had the books like piled up on top of the shelf and like the phone was like balancing in between, and
Yeah,
then
this is before the tripod.
yeah. This is before all that
Yeah.
shit, plus also in the midst of like the first lockdown, like the serious one, so it was
That sounds like a good time then.
yeah, it was crazy. I remember staying up till like 3 a.m. and then getting back up at 6 a.m. to finish off all the work that I didn't do. Gucci gang.
That's right. That's me at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got like 3 pieces of work in today, and I'm done. I'm ready to just sleep for like 10 years. So.
Of course. How is it still being at uni during this lockdown? Pretty shit, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's so anticlimactic as well. Like you guys know from finishing like
Yeah.
the start of lockdown. It's just kind of not. Yeah, it just doesn't. I don't know. You can't learn stuff on Zoom. I'm sorry. I refuse. I refuse. But it's really hard to like keep engaged, isn't it? When you're just in your room like all day, every day. Every day's the same, and then you're meant to do all this fucking uni work, and yeah, but it's fine. It's all good.
Yeah. Well,
Gonna get
good
through
luck with that.
Eventually.
Good luck with that. Like, I think we'll probably end up graduating with you in September, because we still haven't actually we have graduated, but not fully. We haven't got our diplomas or anything like our.
No, we just got
certificates.
drunk on the sofa with a fake certificate.
Yeah.
Now playing If You Want Me by Tasmin Faith. I don't need noise as much as you think I might. I'll take a smile for 100 words from you. Oh, you know it's true. As long as you can read my mind, 'cause darling, you're a mystery to me. You can keep it all from me, darling, if you want me. And if you want me, the only thing I'll ever want is you. And if you want me, the only thing I'll dream about is you. And if you want me, the only thing I'll ever need is you. And if you want me, darling, you know I want you too.
What are your favourite and least favourite parts of playing a show?
Ooh. Oh, cast my mind back to an actual
5
To when
million
shows were a
years
thing.
ago.
I hate and I love the anticipation like before you go on, because I think it then makes like when you're done afterwards you're like, oh my god, I was so nervous and excited, but then it was so good. So like that feeling kind of comes with the good, unless you like absolutely tank the performance. That's not ideal.
Which you usually did, sustain, so.
It's usually alright.
No, she did! They were always
Is
good.
tank good or bad?
Yeah, like when you tank the performance, like,
Okay.
you do good. You smash it.
No, when you tank is like,
Oh, in
Tank
Scotland,
it.
like, tank is like a good thing. Alright,
No,
well,
Yeah, I was getting different vibes
never
from that word
mind, I take it back. That's a different
Alright,
thing.
she meant to
Scott.
say you smashed the performance.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did. Obviously, I'm not going to like have you on our podcast and then be like, by the way, all your performances are absolutely shite, Tasmin.
You correct them.
You said that.
Doesn't matter, we lived together for a year, you're shit. Could you imagine? No.
Yeah, no, you don't
No.
want to tank
You-
the performance.
no, you don't
and
wanna-
you don't tank the performance.
You don't
Yes,
tank
okay.
it, and you never will, and you never do. I take it back. I revoke my statement.
I think, yeah, no, I'm glad we're clear on that one. But other than that, I think, I don't know, like, I love this is why we're doing it, isn't it? Because we love performing. But I always find that as a singer, it's just really hard to get the right balance, the right mix when you're on stage. And like, you start a gig and you can't fucking hear shit, and then you're like, oh, this is my life now for the next however long. So that's probably. But that'll be fine when I'm a multi-platinum recording artist.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Manifest it, bitch. Yes.
Yeah, and then if you don't like the sound, you get everyone fired.
Yeah, and you get and you get all your money back. That you, I don't know how that works actually.
Yeah, yeah. I am a diva inside. I'm working on it.
You're like a very quiet diva though. Like I can so tell you have diva thoughts because I just know you so well. But usually you don't actually need to say anything because I can just see it on your face that I'm like, oh, she's having a diva thought about this. Yeah, I remember that time we went to your show just before lockdown, and me and Anina came, which was our other flatmate, and I drank like a whole bottle of gin on the bus, like a little, like the quarter bottles, and I just spanked it.
You have to get so drunk for my performance.
I was.
Yeah.
I was no. Do you know why I did that?
You keep saying mean things, Natasha.
No. The reason I did that was because it was quite a posh place, and it was like £12 for a double. So I made someone else buy me a gin when I got there, but like I couldn't afford to pay for booze, so I just got fucked on the bus.
Student life.
Yeah,
right.
student life. That was so much fun though, and I was like the most energetic in the crowd. I was like your hype woman. I was like your hype girl.
You were.
You need the hype girl.
Yeah, I think it was a bit unexpected that I'd be doing like heavier stuff. Everything else was kind of acoustic-y, like chill, soulful vibes. So that was, I think everyone was a bit like, oh.
Oh wait, Fran played that gig as well. Blab
Oh,
Blab was on the show just before you.
She did.
Yeah, she played
Yeah,
that show.
and like obviously, yeah, her stuff is awesome, but she was just on her own, wasn't she? With the
Yeah,
guitar,
it
so-
wasn't like a full band like yours. It was just her solo. So
That was for the Women's Day.
oh
International
yeah,
Women's Day.
Cool. Yeah, I saw something about that gig.
oh, did you?
Yeah.
2020. It would have been 2020.
It was it like ICMP that hosted
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, so it was. Oh, I totally forgot that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know. Anyway, so moving swiftly on. Speaking about venues, can you recommend like a UK venue to play at, or even like go to a show? Like, do you have a favourite to go to watch things or play?
I love O2 Academy Brixton.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I love it so much. Like I love the slant of the.
Yeah, so everyone can
That's the
see
only
the
thing.
stage. That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
really
it's just
smart.
so good. I love it. I've been to some of my favourite gigs there. And you got to love the little grotty pub gigs as well there, haven't you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's my favourite pub to go to for gigs?
I mean, I know your
Not
favourite
anything
pub's
in Shoreditch.
Spoons, so
It's spoons.
yeah, but that's what I said. I said I know your favourite pub is Spoons.
Yeah, I've got distracted now because I'm just thinking about pubs.
Oh, the good old days.
Yeah. I know, I'm dying to go to Camden. Camden, I like going to a gig in Camden. O2 Country sounds good as well, actually. Similar to Brixton, but a bit smaller.
Yeah,
nice.
that's a nice place.
Nice. You keep freezing, Taz. I don't know if it's like your Wi-Fi, but I'm just gonna
Yeah,
tell
like your voice isn't freezing, but your screen is.
screen is.
I can see you guys perfectly, but
No, it's fine. It's just when you move, it just like freezes in funny positions because you're dancing now. But like,
But it's okay.
they're really slow.
no, you
Now we don't know if you're frozen or not.
literally can't tell. That's dark. Oh no, you look like a Stepford housewife. No, I don't like it.
We I saw the video for In the Dark that you filmed during lockdown with the band. Are you planning on releasing that song on Spotify or other streaming platforms?
One of the ones from like the post Love Stuff era Tasmin Faith thing. So I'm not entirely sure if it would be something that we'd want to release like as the band.
Of course, if you're changing over.
I think that would have. Yeah, we're still like discussing which songs are going to carry over because there's a couple that we do want to keep, but I'm not sure about that one. I do love it, and it's something that I'd like to come back to and maybe like rework to fit into that new project. But I definitely won't release it under Tasmin Faith, I don't think.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
I still love it. I'm still a fan. Yeah.
It is good.
It's super cool. I mean, I obviously like during lockdown, it's amazing that you're still being able to come out with new music and
and it was so well done as well.
record stuff. Yeah. Tasmin stuff's always well done. It's great. So, oh bless you. So, what's a piece of advice you would like to give to bands or solo artists starting out?
Just keep doing it. Make a plan. I think have short-term goals. I think that's where I sometimes falter as well. Is I don't really decide what I want, and I think that then that you see the big picture in the distance and what you want like long term, but without making the little steps in between, then you're just not. I don't think you're going to go as far. And I think just like keep writing, keep doing stuff. Which is advice that I need also. But I'm saying this stuff, but I'm really just talking to myself because I need to do that too.
Take a leaf out your own book.
Yeah. Just keep doing it and don't let anything stop you. Really.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good though about the short term plans. We've not had that. We always ask people that come on this. We ask like that question, and we haven't had that answer. Make short term goals. People never usually talk about that, but I guess like it is so true. Like making those micro goals are so much easier than just having your eye on the bigger picture at the very end, you know?
Yeah, because otherwise your goals can seem unachievable if you're like looking at like in 10 years time, what do I want to achieve, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And because it's like I don't think I ever would have, because we did record like a few songs for Tasmin Faith stuff, and without like the planning of exactly when we were going to record each part and like when the demo needed to be ready by, when we were going to get in the studio, and like when the goal was to have it released kind of thing. Like obviously lockdown messed things up a bit, but it did work really well. And for the first time I was like, oh my god, this is so good. Why haven't I been doing this more? Because it is just like it just makes you do things because you've written it down. And you've got like other people involved as well that like are sticking to the timetable, so it's kind of it's good. And obviously plans always change, especially in music, but I think it's a good idea.
Nice, that's a good answer. No, that's good.
No, that is good. Do you have any releases or gigs coming up that you'd like to talk about?
So I think we are hoping to be getting like as many gigs as possible for over summer and stuff, and I would ideally like to have like my acoustic-y stuff recorded by like October time. So fingers crossed, some of the stuff on my Instagram will be available elsewhere soonish, hopefully.
Yeah, that would be cool. Send it over to us whenever you release something, or if you make like like social media pages or whatever with the band, when you guys have a name and everything, send it over to us and we'll check it out.
Yeah. For the very last thing we're going to ask you is tell everybody where they can find you, on what apps, and what is your handles.
So my Instagram handle is Tasmin_Faith, and that kind of carries across everything. My Facebook page is Tasmin Faith, my website is tasminfaith.com, and that's probably all the ones that I really want you to find. Find me on LinkedIn.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely
for a corporate gig.
Oh yeah. That's amazing. Look, out for new stuff that will be happening very soon. You know, a lot of stuff in the pipelines for Tasmin Faith. We'll hear about the new name, the new projects very, very soon.
Can't wait.
Yes, definitely. It's going to be very exciting. I'm very excited to hear your solo stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Your more folky stuff. I feel like it's going to be biblical.
Definitely.
Oh, love it.
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter at B2B Catalogues, or also Back Catalogues.
Yep.
And then you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube,
Anchor.
full video versions, Anchor, basically everywhere at Back Catalogues.
You can find us everywhere. I mean, we'll always, link up and stuff like that properly.
And you can email us at b2bcatalogues@gmail.com if you have any questions or if you'd like to feature on the show. So feel free to email us a short email.
Yeah, short email. No fucking paragraphs or dissertations. Right. I'm joking. So I'm Natasha Jenkins.
And I'm Juliana Hopkins.
And you've been listening to Back Catalogues, and today we have had on Tasmin. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. It's been so nice to speak to you. Can't wait to see you in real life.
I know, real life I can squeeze you and cuddle you and kiss you.